What is up, beautiful humans? How we doing? I want to talk about body connection and what does that even mean? So I was actually in a breathwork journey and the term body connection coach came to me. So this is kind of my backstory and my interpretation on what body connection means to me. So, hi Cheyenne. When I first started this journey, I was super stressed out. I was constantly overworking. I was living in a state of like fight or flight. I was constantly disassociated. I was constantly out of my body. I was constantly in my head. So, flash forward and introduce breathwork. Breathwork helped me get out of my head and get into my body. What does that even mean? So, we have so much visceral intelligence in our body, but when we're not connected to our body, and the way we connect to our body is through our breath, when we are not connected to our body, we don't have access to the visceral intelligence. We can't hear our soul voice. So when you're constantly living in your head, all you hear is that fear voice. The negotiation, the switching back and forth, the should I do this, should I not do this, should I go to that place, should I not go to that place, should I date that guy, should I not date that guy, right? So anytime you're like super back and forth, negotiating, that's all the art of the mind, which the mind is super helpful, but that's not where your truth is. Your truth isn't in your head. So body connection, this is where we connect the mind, the body, and the spirit, right? You are just a soul having a human experience. Your soul is in this physical body, yeah? So if I'm just a soul and I'm here in this physical body and I hate my body and I'm so disconnected from my body, right? And if you know a little bit about my story, I suffered with eating disorders. I suffered with like just completely trying to numb off my body. And our body holds our emotions. Our body holds all of our sensations because this is the language of the body. So if I'm not feeling my feelings, if I'm not feeling, the sensations that are active in my body, there's no way I can connect mind, body, spirit. When we connect mind, body, spirit, we can hear our fear voice, we can hear our soul voice, we can hear the voice of our spirits, of our guides, of our ancestors. And this might be a little woo-woo and this might be a little crazy, but this is just truth. And body connection is so important to me because I didn't understand that I could have access to my truth. I thought my truth was in everybody else outside of me and in everything else outside of me. Until I learned how to connect to my body through my breath, then I was able to find my truth. Then I was able to see who I was without all that, like, all those limiting beliefs and all these things just like blocking my soul. So this is the importance of body connection. So many of us, if you are constantly stressed out, if you are in fight or flight, if you are completely disassociated, there's a very good chance that you are only living in your mind, only living in your head. And you've it's like you're just this, right? This is not even a thing. When you breathe and you operate from your heart space, from the wisdom of your heart, that's pure unconditional love. That is pure light. That is pure source energy. Okay? This is the importance of body connection. If we're not connected to our body, we don't have access to our soul voice. We can't hear the pings and the yeses and the nos of what our soul actually craves. This is so important. This is so important because if you feel lost, like for the longest time, I felt lost. And I didn't even understand what that meant. Feeling lost. Well, how can I be lost? I know the city I live in. I know it like the back of my hand, right? I know the street I live on. I know my physical environment, yeah? And I felt lost. I felt like I didn't know where my soul was. I felt like I was just this walking body and like nothing was living inside of me. My consciousness was not here. So when I started to really be intentional about my breathwork journeys and my breathwork practices, I began to hear my soul voice a lot more. And that soul voice is like, slow down. That soul voice was saying, do this thing. That soul voice was saying, go travel right now. And my mind is like, don't do that. What are you doing? Who do you think you are trying to do all this stuff? So pay attention to the way your body responds. Pay attention to the contraction of the nose and the expansions of the yes. And connect to your body. This is your birthright. Your birthright is to get in tune with your body. Your birthright is to connect to your body. Your birthright is to understand the language of the body. You are not just a body here. You are a human. You are a soul having a human experience. Which means like you are so fucking powerful. So powerful. I could go on and on about body connection. This is honestly probably what I'm going to record this podcast today about, because body connection is everything, y'all. It's everything. Oh my God. When you connect the mind, the body, and the spirit, your whole life changes. Your whole reality shifts. When you start operating from your soul, when you start operating from your heart place, when you start operating from your truth, what is no longer meant for you has to fall away. What is created for you is coming your way. You are so worthy of connecting to your body. It is so important, and it's your birthright. It is straight up your birthright. God, this has me so lit up. So I love you. I could seriously talk all day about body connection because it's just so important, but I'm gonna end it here. So I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.